Good evening, everybody. The time is now 7 p.m. I'd like to ask if you wouldn't mind finding a seat. We're going to wait just a few minutes because there's about maybe 20 more people waiting to come in. And we'll also be setting up some more chairs. All right, thank you very much for waiting, and we are going to continue meeting now. Normally we have a town clerk who acts as the clerk during this meeting, but the town clerk is not here today. So I would open the floor for an acting town clerk in the absence, or acting clerk in the absence of the town clerk.
So I'll nominate Bianca Vance to be acting town clerk.
A motion for Bianca Vance for acting clerk. Thank you. Any other nominations for acting clerk?
Yes, I nominate Louisa Drinkus.
Any second? All right, hearing no second, we would entertain a motion to close the floor for acting clerk. Motion to close.
So moved.
Also, get second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. If you wouldn't mind, Bianca Vance, come on up front. Yeah. All right, so we have one person who is nominated. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're all set now. Bianca, if you wouldn't mind, if you could read the warning.
The electors and citizens qualified to vote at the town meetings of the town of Plainfield are hereby warned to meet at the Town Hall Auditorium, 8 Community Avenue, Plainfield, Connecticut, on Monday, April 5th, 2021, at 7 p.m. for the following purpose: to approve a request from the Board of Selectmen and Board of Finance for a line item transfer in the amount of $108,249.80 for police communications upgrade, dated at Plainfield CT, the 23rd day of March 2021. Kevin M. Cunningham, First Selectman; Arthur W. Gaffney, Selectman; Kathy M. Tendridge, Selectman.
All right, now we'll open the floor for nominations for moderator.
Nominate Kevin Cunningham for moderator.
I'll second that.
Any other nominations from the floor for moderator? Thank you. Just so we get names, would you mind just saying a name of that? Thank you, Frank. And who seconded? Thank you, Michael. All right, with the nomination of Kevin Cunningham for moderator, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And thank you very much. You've read the minute of the reason why we're here tonight. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to have the Chief of Police come up just to a microphone to give a little background as to what's going on so you all have an understanding. If you wouldn't mind.
Sure, can everybody hear me? I don't need the microphone. Thank you for those that don't. First of all, thank you for coming. I really appreciate that. And showing you for whether or not you agree with what we're going to do today, I do appreciate you coming. For those that don't know me, Mario Ariana, I'm your new police chief. Thankfully, because Chief Superintendent in the back over there retired, so I thank you. So basically what we're looking to do today is to upgrade our, well, not to do today, but while you're here, is what we want to do is upgrade our radio communications. And what that is our portable radios and our mobile radios inside the car. Right now, we are on an analog, antiquated system. Our infrastructure is beat. We've replaced it from antennas on the tower, from mobile radios to portable radios. Basically, what we've done over the past 7, 8 years is Band-Aid fix this system. For anybody that has a scanner knows just how bad our radio communications are. You really can't hear it. The dispatcher's always asking the cop to repeat, and vice versa. That becomes a huge safety issue for both the officers and, for the public that we deal with. If we need emergency services, we have a hard time reaching dispatch to be able to make that communication. So to build an entire system for Plainfield PD and just dedicate it to Plainfield PD, you're looking at anywhere of $750,000 to $1 million. And that's a lot to bring forward to the taxpayers. I myself am a taxpayer. Nobody really wants to see their taxes go up. So that's not really feasible at this point in time to bring that up. So what we are doing is we are jumping on a state radio system. And what we would do is utilize their towers, their infrastructure to communicate. And what that does, instead of taking an analog system, it makes it into a digital system. Like a clarity like your cell phone. You know how when you first got your cell phones, they were terrible, you couldn't hear anything? And now you have this 4G, 5G, 6G, whatever it is now. It's crazy. It's a lot much clearer. That's what these radios do for us. The biggest thing about this is, if something goes down, we don't have to pay for it. The infrastructure is the state of Connecticut. We would utilize towers at the State Police Troop B Barracks, the State Police Troop E Barracks, as well as State Police Colchester, Troop K. We would utilize the towers there. So we could actually make that communication. If we were transporting a prisoner back from Hartford, we could communicate crystal clear with dispatch all the way out to Hartford, whether it's Litchfield County, Hartford. Right now, we have a hard time communicating out of Oregon to dispatch. Just last Monday, unfortunately, our radio system actually failed and completely went down. Again, we had to fix it, go back up to our tower up in Sterling at Econ Hill and repair it. This is an ongoing issue. We have spent probably anywhere between $70,000 to $90,000 over the course of the last 7 years repairing this system. So in order to jump on the state system, we would have to replace every officer's portable as well as every mobile inside the vehicle. That is a one-time purchase, but we have to do it all at once so we can make that communication. Due to COVID relief funds, the cost of that system to go onto the state system is $110,000 roughly. It was 108 and change, but let's just use the 110 as a rough number. We were able to get COVID relief funds back from the state of Connecticut in the amount of $97,000. And we are going to utilize, what we're looking to do is transfer it out of our salaries into another line item to purchase these radios. So the town would be technically on the hook for roughly $13,000. We have extra money in our salaries because we couldn't put an officer into the academy because the academy wasn't available yet. So that gives us that extra $13,000 so we don't have to come back to the taxpayer and say, hey, listen, we need an additional $13,000. So in essence, we are not coming asking for another $110,000. We are looking to transfer from one line item to another so we can make this purchase. Hopefully that was a little bit clearer, not too much info at once.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So at this time, after that, I want to know if there's any questions or comments from any of the public. This is your time to speak.
Yes, I do
Would you please state your name and your address?
Daniel Real, 20 Doherty Ave. I do have a point of information, actually maybe several. One is, how time sensitive is this?
I think it's time sensitive dating back about 1.5 years ago when we started bringing it up to the police commission about the need for radios. Now we have the opportunity to purchase them. We can't keep fixing this anymore. There's nothing more that we can do to fix. We can't keep going down. It's putting the safety of everybody here in jeopardy, and we just can't keep allowing it.
Okay, and as a follow-up, let's just say we vote for this today. Would you be able to put this into action tomorrow, and how soon would it take to get this online?
So you have to purchase the equipment. Obviously, there's COVID issues with purchasing equipment, so it's not like before we can get equipment a lot faster. So we're looking at, from the time we say we can do this, it's approximately 2 months to get everything implemented. Sorry.
That's good. Thank you. Any other questions?
I have one more. I don't know if you can
Absolutely.
The Turnpike Bar?
And the Norwich Bulletin.
Okay, excellent.
And signs around the town, and Facebook page, and every media we can try to find and get information out to people, which it looks like it showed and actually works. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. Other questions?
Andy Hoffman, 16 Babcock.
Thank you.
Mike, I was just going to ask you a question.
Mario. That one's
Mario,
Mike.
sorry.
That's okay.
Are we going to have to pay the state anything for like a rental fee?
That's a great question. Absolutely not. So what we did is we actually signed a 5-year contract, which is renewed like after another 5 years, after another 5 years, after another 5 years. Absolutely zero cost at the town of Plainfield.
Oh, that's all right. Well, another question too is, you said, the handhelds, the cruisers, is that including the one in the basement, the dispatcher?
Another good question. So it also includes dispatch consoles for the PD as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Mario.
You're welcome.
Don't arrest me.
Any other questions? All right, so in order to move the question properly, we entertain a motion to approve a request from the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Finance for a line item transfer in the amount of $108,249.80 for police communications upgrades. If this request is approved, then we shall adjourn the meeting and reconvene via referendum on April 14th from noon to 8 p.m. So, first things first.
I second.
Louisa, who seconded?
Second.
Okay, thank you. All right, so this time you all came in, you showed your ID, and you're able to get a piece of paper. We'd like to be able to do this expeditiously, so we're looking to do what would be a hand vote. If you wouldn't mind having that paper in your hand when we do the yeas and nays, that would be helpful. So if you get that ready. And we have our clerks are still here, so they'll help do a count. We can do a help out with a double count. So we have a motion on the floor to entertain that motion, and a second.
Make a motion, entertain a motion on the floor.
And your name, sir?
Robert Gordon.
I'll second.
And a motion and a second. To the question, at this time I've asked all in favor, please raise that yellow piece of paper up and hold it up for.
It's in white, silver or white? Or white.
Oh, and for what? Would it be easier now?
I think the other way around.
Anybody for a no vote? Please raise your paper. In that case, I want to thank all of you. This is a great thing for the town of Plainfield.